You're so much more than most of you have any idea. You never stop becoming more. And you have become more already than you might realize. And the reason we know that is because the non-physical part of you that was before you came into this body still is, and stands in awareness of the expansion that your life causes you to achieve. Every time you live any moment in time, especially when there is something for you to choose from that feels new to you, like when something happens that you don't like, that's an expansive moment, because that's when you send a clear vibrational request for the other end of that stick. When you are living something that you really do like, your intensity as you focus and feel those increasingly good feeling emotions is the indicator of more energy moving and you becoming more. But that newness that is you is evidenced to you with every bit of discomfort or negative emotion that you feel, because that negative emotion is your indicator of you having expanded in terms of asking, but you not having kept up with your expansion in terms of believing or expecting. And that's all right, because words don't teach. It's life experience that teaches. So how are you going to know until you get over there? And that is so irritating to most of you, because you want what you want, and then we say, well, you got to line up with it, and you want to say, I'll line up with it when I get it. And we say, got to line up with it, and then you'll get it. And you say, okay, when I get it, I'll line up with it. And we say, got to line up with it before you get it, or you can't get it. And you say, that sucks. That feels wrong. And you know why? Because you are creators who came to manifest into see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it reality. Do not misunderstand us. We are not here wanting to help you to find a vibrational place where you say, okay, I've dreamed it and it's in my vibrational reality, in my vortex. It's there, but I'm not living it, but I'll be happy just knowing it's there. We're not asking that of you. We're here to tell you that we are on your side about the perfection, about the rightness of you manifesting each and everything that your life has caused you to desire. You came to expand and to experience the fulfillment of it, not just to dream about it at night when you're not resistant, or not just to imagine it in a happy moment when you're feeling high or when you are high. You really meant it when you came into this physical body. I'll go, I'll explore, I'll decide for me. My decisions will be uniquely mine. I will send rockets of desire out ahead. Law of attraction will gather the cooperative components, and my inner being, who exists simultaneously with my physical human being, will focus completely, absolutely, with no resistance whatsoever on the creation that I set into motion, establishing a signal that I can feel that will be evidenced by my happiness or my unhappiness, my satisfaction or my dissatisfaction. In other words, you've got a whopping, incredible, perfect guidance system that most of you aren't using deliberately. Most of you, when you feel negative emotion, you take it as a clue to join a group and complain with them. Let's join a group, put up a sign, and establish our right to feel this bad. And together we will bring evidence to support how bad we feel, so that no one will judge us for feeling bad. They will agree we should feel bad. Meanwhile, your inner being is not joining you in that group. Your inner being never stops focusing upon what you've asked for, even when you don't focus upon what you've asked for. So what do you think it is that makes you stand in that role of wanting to defend where you stand in a sort of justification for how bad you feel? Well, we're going to tell you right now. So take it in. It'll make sense to you. This is why you'd rather be right than feel good. This is the reason that you would rather feel right than feel good. You were born knowing you're supposed to feel good. And you were born in that complete energetic capsule of source energy. And you knew that that was the whole of who you are. You know that that's the empowered you, the capable you, the worthy you, the deserving you, the loving you. You knew that to be who you are. You also knew that this life would cause you to become even more. That it would, in essence, tease from you. We don't really mean that. Evoke from you, inspire from you, derive from you, that you would become more just by being focused in your body here with all of these others, exploring and deciding and preferring and establishing a vibrational stance of desire that you knew that source energy would line up with. So the reason that you would rather be right than feel good is because at every level of your being, you understand it's supposed to be good for you. And when it isn't, there's something off. And we know. We don't blame you for throwing a fit. When it's off, it feels off, and someone should pay. But it's always you. You stand in your desire to be right, which means others must be wrong. You've gotten very creative about how you assign the blame to them or even to yourself. But every time you do that, you hold yourself further apart from the expansion that you have already taken. And that's really what we want you to feel from us here today. We want you to feel how expansive you are and how really easy it is to just ride the river of that expansion. And when you give up needing to be right as you play your games with other humans, we'd like you to play games with other humans. We'd like you to intertwine. It's what you came for. It's important. But when you get in a comparative sort of shortage consciousness, like there's only so much goodness or so much wellness or so much abundance to go around, so much land to go around, so much resource to go around, that shortage consciousness is at the heart of most of your discord, that flawed premise that we got here and here it is, now let's just divide it up, fight over it, and hopefully may the best one win. And we say, nothing like that was your intention. You said, this is the platform from which we will bounce into more, eternally, never-endedly, expanding and becoming more. And we're here to remind you that you've created the more in this vibrational sense. And we know you want to say, oh, come on, show it to me. Show it to me. Don't just wave Esther's arm around and point over there. Show it to me. And we say, get happy. And the evidence of it will show up and show up and show up and show up until avalanches of the things that you're asking for will be surrounding you. And then, because words don't teach, your life experience will show you the deservability of you. So we use these words. Often they are words that you can't hear because words really don't mean that much. Words can get us to focus simultaneously upon something, and there is some power in that. And sometimes words can be heard and felt. You feel the resonance of what you think these words are about with something that life has shown you, and that's a good thing. But really, the reason that most people don't move into more and more and more of what they want is because the reality that they are looking at, the what is, the current amount of money in the bank, or the current amount of things that are going on around you, the current squabbles or fights or physical conditions or states of being, what's going on has already manifested in your experience, and you count that as real and therefore as something that needs to be dealt with, usually with action. And what we're wanting you to understand is, yes, sure, there's plenty of action. If you're on fire, get the hose. We are not for a moment suggesting that action isn't important, but it's just not all that is important. And there's not enough action in the world to compensate for the flailing about energetically that most are doing, because you're not selfish enough to demand for yourself that you feel good. You're willing to put up with things that don't feel good. You're willing to put yourself down or let others do that. You're willing to live less than you want. You're willing to make do or give in or compromise things that matter to you. And when you do that, you separate yourself from the vibrational reality that you have already created that you deserve. So what we want to talk with you about, what we want to help you to discover, the new way of approaching your physical experience that we desire for you, is that you begin to think on purpose and notice how you feel, and then watch what comes after that. We want you to connect those dots so that you make a clear association between the thoughts you're thinking, the things you're listening to, the things you're contemplating, the things you're imagining, the things you're regurgitating. We want you to make a correlation between how you've been thinking and how you've been feeling and what's manifesting, so that you can connect those dots. That's about that, you say. That is absolutely about that. Because once you accept that it's always and only about that, what you are trending with your mind about, whether it's past, present, or future, what your mind is on is what you are emanating vibrationally, and the law of attraction is responding to that emanation and matching it. And as you keep doing it, it's going to manifest into something big enough that you will see it and others will too. So we want to remind you right here of the power and the bigness and the correctness of your own emotional guidance system. You can be or do or have anything that you focus upon, and don't keep turning the flame off. You just have to find a vibrational frequency about the things you think about that leave the flame on. When you fall in love, do you notice how many other things go well in your life for a while until you forget you're in love? Because when you focus upon that, you've got the flame on, and then all kinds of things that you've been wondering about and wanting begin coming into your life experience. And that's what we want to awaken within you today. Your power, your invincibility. It's going to be a wonderful unfolding, you'll see. The good news is, your inner beings who hang around with us, it's a party, know exactly where you are in your physical manifestation in relationship to everything you want. And so it's just so easy to find you and visit with you and experience with you and watch as you, through your focus, release resistance, and then to know for sure the path that will unfold for you. We have the best life. Wait, you have the best life. Wait, we have the best life. Wait, you have the best life. You have the most extended life experience. We have the most stable one. You have the most potentially exhilarating one, because we know all the punchlines. We know what you're asking for and how it will unfold, and we are in every moment anticipating you finding that thread. And when you do, it feels good to us, and that's why it feels good to you. We really are all in this together. What a nice day. All right.